So I got up this morning and I thought, what should I do today? And it came to me. Make up a 2.4 meter vibrator, because that sounds awesome. Now, for you grotty-minded people, I'm not making something that's going to be very, very rude and probably slaughter somebody. I am making myself a vibrating table. So one of my projects that I'm looking forward to at the end of the year is I want to make up the concrete bench tops inside of my kitchen. So I want to do a bit of practicing, make a big table, and then work up to the bench top inside of the kitchen. So what I need to do is make up a big table that vibrates, and it'll get all the air bubbles out of the bottom of the concrete slab that I want to pour, and then when I flip it over I'll have a very nice smooth surface that I can grind down into a very pretty little mix, and I can grind down into a very pretty flat smooth surface and go from there. So I went out to the shed and I found that old bench grinder that I had sitting out there for ages, removed the discs and made it so that it would vibrate the hell out of it whenever it was doing something. And then started making up the frame and all those sort of things that I can sit on top of and hold on to the actual table itself. Now, I'm aware it's not the prettiest looking welds that have been done or the prettiest looking piece of metal, but I'm honestly not too fussed about how it looks, because it's honestly just for the template that everything's going to go and sit on, so it can look absolute rubbish. As long as it does a job, I am quite happy with that. And you can see here, it rattles and vibrates and should do exactly what I need it to do. Now you can see here that I'm attaching it to the base of melamine. Melamine's just a particle board that's been coated with plastic, and it's a fantastic surface for pouring concrete onto because it's very flat and the concrete doesn't stick to it very well. Well, it sticks a little bit, but not too bad. But one of the problems that people run into is just lots of little air bubbles. So my little contraption I made up there sticks to it, vibrates back and forth, and it should help to bring all the air bubbles straight to the top and make it a lot easier. And if you ask me, I think that's actually doing the job quite well. You can see it all vibrating back and forth, and it's tricky trying to get the shot, but trying to catch the actual bubbles popping to the top is what I was looking for. So all those little bubbles are no longer going to be at the bottom, and I won't need to go through with some sort of filler and fill all the little ones, and it should be a very smooth, uniform base. And yep, quite happy with that. You can see it jiggling back and forth, and it's doing pretty much exactly what I wanted it to do, which is something you're quite happy when that works. And a week later you can see that it's all set and it was time to pull it out, which is kind of when tragedy struck. Now, I'm not too proud to admit it, but it was a little bit of a failure. I think one of the problems that I ran into is I tried to put some of these big river rocks inside of it because I wanted to grind them down, and it didn't give enough reinforcement to the actual concrete. So it started cracking in different areas and going out. Now, you can see in this one that it didn't turn out quite well enough. If you look over it, there's lots and lots of little bumps and rivets, and I think it's because the sand inside of it was too coarse. So when I tried doing it up and grinding it down, you can see the rocks and everything inside of it are really, really smooth and shiny, but the actual concrete itself was quite rough, which is not what I want for it. So second round will be better, and I'll see how it goes. I am going to have a play with it. So in the next video that I put out with the concrete ones, I'm going to try a couple different mixtures. In Australia, I couldn't find any of the fancy concrete counter mixers that you can get in wherever you get them in America, but so I'm going to have to try a couple different methods. So that will be the next video, and I hope you guys got something out of it. So guys, I am going to have to chuck some of this concrete in the bin now because there's not much else I can do with it, but hopefully it's a learning course. So the next shot should be better, and I hope you guys come along with the experimenting that I'm going to do to see which one's the best mix.